I think I carry on the challenge that he spoke about. I don't be the villain to postpone your lunch. I thought, I had two choices to speak about technology, and the obvious choice was to speak about SAP, which I very clearly avoiding because our product companies are going to talk about it in the afternoon. Technology, we're going to speak about few trends, and we're going to speak about the same trends and again. So I thought I decided to go one step above and see the plight of decision makers in IT, predominantly the CIOs. What would they be thinking when they are bombarded with so much of information in front of them? What's happening to their lives? Is the CIO the same? The CIO 5 years back, or the CIO 10 years back, and the CIO today? How is his life going to change? So I thought I'll bring this perspective from a purely a company, or from my view of observing decision makers, and also when I service them, how they react to the various scenarios. So in next few minutes I will speak about the life of CIO, how it's changing. So my topic was CEO, CIO, partner, and the product. New age symbiosis. What's happening in the new world among these four key stakeholders? These four entities form really the business ecosystem. The CEO and the CIO really creating business value for their customers. Partner, probably the likes of me and people who speak in the afternoon, and the product vendors. We offer the technology leverage for business. So the combination of this forms the business IT ecosystem. And what's the new age symbiosis among these four entities? So this was a topic that I thought would be relevant in the current scenario where the CEO is faced with several challenges from the business perspective and from the technology perspective. What's happening in the business world? I don't think we need to get too much into details here. Broadly, the many small companies who started with a very local agenda are spreading out. The aspirations have turned global. There are no boundaries, as my colleagues spoke about it. For products, for service, for people, there are no boundaries. These are shattered. So that when the aspirations have gone global, there are new scenarios that are emerging for companies. The mergers and acquisitions, quality standards have changed. There used to be a scenario where the quality, if it meets Indian standards, okay. But if you want to be global, you have to ensure quality standards that make sure the world takes note of you. So the processes which are behind quality has to be as good as somebody who is following it elsewhere. Concurrent engineering, your products are being developed around the world. So you're no longer someone who is developing products in isolation. So your product creation is happening in collaboration with others in the world. Co-creation with partners. Most of the time you create your products along with your customers or partners. Innovation is happening out of low-cost locations like India. So many innovations are originating out of India and moving to developed countries. A simple example, Google, when they wanted to have Google in India, the hotspots which you mark in Google was something which came out of India. You don't have well-defined roads, names, which keeps changing very often. So they developed a very innovative way of marking on Google Maps the hotspots with which you can navigate. So this is today used everywhere. So many innovations move from India to the other parts of the world. So the technology is a key differentiator for business. It's no longer something which supports business. It's very, very integral to business. So you increase the reach, increase the speed, information and intelligence. You enhance the customer experience, which we spoke about, the kind of companies that are coming in, how quickly you can have a handle on information. So that the technology is no longer something which just supports business, but it's a very, very core element of business. Uncertainties for the CEO, the markets are changing, and the product or the supply-demand scenarios are changing very often. How quickly you can react to this? You could have a call-off from your OEM for some parts. Can you change your production lines very quickly to meet these needs? Or, there was a very interesting experience somebody narrated in Germany. There was a board meeting which involved, a very popular ice cream seller brand in Germany. And they said, the temperature in Berlin was 40 degrees. Very, very strange for Germany. And he quickly said, oh, I missed an opportunity to sell my ice creams in Berlin. If I knew the temperature would be 40 degrees in Berlin, I would have sold, thousands of ice creams in Berlin. So if he has to do that, he needs this information, which is completely different. It is not, probably you would never think this information could be linked to your supply chain. So this is the kind of scenarios the CEOs are facing today. Compliance is really a hygiene factor. Somebody spoke in the morning, the tools that are emerging around compliance, it's no longer something which you will address after you have met your basic needs. It's absolutely essential. So, another dimension which Anand spoke about, we're having a new age consumer. The 60% of India's population would be in the age group of 20 to 25 in the next few decades. So the internet, devices and communication are available and affordable. So this is creating a new age consumer who identifies himself digitally. It's a digital identity that's emerging, a consumer who takes pride in his digital identity. Where all you are present, which social sites you are present. Are you present on these sites? So this is, if you are not on, let's say, Facebook, you don't exist. This is a scenario that we are looking at today.